Well, now that it got season one of Life at the Beggar's Tomb over with, I can work on taking this down. Uh, Before I put this up, I had green screen, and the good thing about green screen is it's flexible. You can make anything be on it. But the bad thing about there's two bad things, two advantages to an actual backdrop painted like this is a other people can't just put whatever they want to on there, because with its green screen, they could put you in the middle of a bank robbery or something. I mean, that's stretching it, but it can make your surroundings look any sort of way. Where it would be harder for them to cover it all up and do something else. Now, I did a lot of work on this backdrop during this season. Right here on this side, you can see where it was green. That's you might even, and you can look back at some old pictures. It was mainly green, and I kind of decided that blue gave it more of a mystical look, instead of like a sour green look, you know. But another well, at the beginning of this year, there was just the one tapestry. Now, way back in 2008, when I first did these tapestries, first it started with the center panel and then the two sides. Well, I was at a festival and the center panel and one of the side panels got left at that festival. So I had to redo a whole side panel here, but now I've got two side panels again, and they're both better than what the one was beforehand. Added some more stones because it's been some years since 2008, and unfortunately some more people passed away. And then these four grave markers right here are very important because these aren't, people that are going to may not go down in like rock history or anything like that, but they will go down in my books if I get my books published. But that aside, these were four people that meant a lot to me. Four people that I traveled through multiple states with. Peach traveled clear all the way across coast to coast with him before. All these guys, though, had spent real good quality times with them, and four of the funniest guys I ever knew. All four of these guys had a great sense of humor, and none of them was anywhere near me. When, at the time that they passed away, they were all sort of distant from me. Now, Pete and Chico both specifically told me before, they're like, how they always felt safe with me. They felt safe with me in situations where they wouldn't have felt safe with anybody else. And I'm saying that because all these guys were younger than me, and all these guys I planned on all these guys outliving me, and part of who I am and what my life story wasn't so important to get written down when there's people that knew it. But it's like three of these guys had copies of my manuscript, right? And it's like, I don't want to be paranoid, but they all died in bad circumstances, unfortunate circumstances, And it makes me think that, like, if you used to be like when they wanted to take somebody out, you kill the head of something, but that doesn't kill nothing. And it doesn't stop anything because then the members really intensify and the cause. But one by one, you take out the legs of the table, and then it's just a board on the floor, And I'm not saying it was any great leader or anything like that, but these guys were, all a few years younger than me, and I had real good times with all of them. Didn't do hard drugs with them, nothing like that. These guys weren't like druggies, They, not saying they didn't do some drugs, but they weren't like druggies. They weren't addicted to heroin, nothing like that. In fact, I don't know that any of them ever did heroin, never once. I know that, maybe some other things, but not anything to where they were like, I don't know. Like I say, they were all a little bit distant at the time that they, it's wrapped up in my own struggles with raising my kids. 2015 is when Pete and Chico and Toby all passed around right around that time. Peach was the most recent, passed away about 2 years ago. But all these guys, you know, were away from me, and you know, I lost them. So anyhow, they're four of the main things that I put on this. So anyhow, all this is coming down. And next time you see this room, it will be something different. It won't be, I don't think I'm going to go back to green screen though, because like I say, it's just too sets it up for anybody else to put whatever they want to on there. And I noticed that like when I watch my videos back, my eyes look brown. And my eyes are pretty much clearly green, but I don't feel like it's shows in the camera too much anymore. It's kind of odd. You know, I do know that you, with face apps and stuff, you can do anything you want to with them. Younger, older, male, female, bald, hairy, any clown face, big nose, whatever you want to do to the face, you can do it. And with how many billion people we got in the world now, like 11 billion people, just a little bit of change, you make it look like a whole different person. Pretty easy to, and then 50 years down the line or something, that's not him, never existed. That's how it goes.